hello everyone. So last episode was quite fun, don't you agree? You know, just a casual
We're gonna die.
jaunt, walking over the ocean, helping an ancient and mysterious eldritch creature obtain some sort of mysterious power that can't be investigated with identify.
I'm sorry, help? Help? I don't really think we helped.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's fair. So, now, you all have once again rejoined. You've discussed the events that happened last week, and you have a mansion that I believe you guys are planning to quietly procure some illegal substances from.
Not substances, more like
Materials.
material.
Document. Yeah, but and I might have a plan, and I might have a plan, and I might have a plan, and for that, but I've actually still got some more words with Cicada to deal with.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of which, she's just taking labored breaths down on the ground.
Yeah. Now,
She has, just so you guys know, she still has a point of exhaustion.
so Cicada, I learned of this one a while ago, of Atropos. As far as I knew, he was only ever a legend, but given what we learned, I think you should, learn exactly what it is you are dealing with. It will not be easy for you to hear, but you do need to know, I think. No one really... Atropos is a figure spoken of in ancient legends, and ancient, undead, primordial, all that's that brings undeath and destruction and doom wherever he goes. As he lives, I quote unquote lives up among the stars, and the last time he showed up was apparently so long ago that everyone started to think he was a legend. Of course, if Birdie is telling the truth, and we know better now, it's in knowing what I know now. I don't think if it makes you feel better, Cicada, I'm starting to theorize that your is that 2 black suns and him having 2 days of control all over you was just a coincidence. And at this point, and the undead surges are getting stronger because Atropos is approaching them in our world.
She does not feel better at all.
How is
I
that
didn't say
Three
reassuring,
days.
dear Corax?
3 days.
And 3 days, right? It's not. I specifically said it wouldn't be reassuring.
So we're all gonna die.
Well, let's try and avoid that.
Well, I for one cannot die right now. I have stuff to do.
Yes, yes, I have some ideas about maybe what to do about him, but we should get our immediate goals out of the way first. And also, and Korax actually he glances at Cicada with a bit of a look of guilt on his face. Is Birdie listening?
She's not saying anything. She's not sure.
Well,
I think we can assume to say probably.
yes. Well, from what little I remember about the old legends, longer Black Sun is only the beginning. Stronger undead are going to be showing up more frequently.
Yeah, okay, so with Clara's help, she does eventually decide to get back up again. She goes, I need some time alone.
Oh, no, you don't. Jezebel said that she grabs her scarf and pulls her back to her.
Well, sure thing. No way to cut the undead god out of yourself. That would help you be alone.
Let's not talk about more of this god or cutting, dear Korax. It's best to not have Cicada be by herself. If you wish to go somewhere, dear, I will go with you. But I don't quite think it's a good idea to go by yourself.
Just, I need a bed. Sleep.
A what?
I need to sleep.
That's not surprising. You've been running all night.
Indeed. So, let us make sure, I will make sure you get to the inn safe and sound, and I'll leave you alone. How about that?
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Jezebel says that she pats her head affectionately, and then looks over to Ryu, and she goes, well then, Foxy.
Well then what?
Putting this undead god aside for a second, deity, god, whatever. The two issues of our dear hunters.
What about him?
Well, seeing as not everybody doesn't quite know how a plan, I guess trying out my plan of making them try to chase you and catch them in the act. Yay or nay?
They won't.
That's right. And while they're doing that, and while they're doing that, we I and Jezebel sneak into their mansion and destroy the offending bits.
Here's the thing though, dear Corax. I should probably go with the hunters after Ryu. I need to make sure they don't kill him.
Okay.
Chef.
Huh?
And I don't suppose you'd happen to have a thick, juicy steak on hand.
Chef isn't here.
Oh.
You calling him my master chef?
And I need something to bribe their dog with.
Go buy something from the inn then. You should know by now he appears when he wants to appear. Even when I call him, he doesn't usually appear. Which, by the way, she gives a little bit of an irritated tap of her foot. I really need to have talk about him. I just found out some news and I need to ask him and make sure it's right. Anyway, and then she looks back to normal, looking back to the others and looking to Ryu. As I said, it's probably best that I accompany my new friends with their recent hunt. After all, I am going to be giving them the information that I believe I found a Kasune. So might as well lead them to the place where I found, she quotation marks, the information.
Didn't they repeatedly say that they weren't hunting them right now because they wanted the population to recover?
But they are eager to try to find some, to at least find him, so to speak. They did say that they heard rumors that there was one nearby. I can try to confirm those rumors, and they can probably go and check. But as I said, this is my plan, because I really cannot think of anything else. If you all have something different, then by all means, but just know that our options are a little limited, because one, if we torch that place, then we're going to have the whole family come after us, which I, for one, do not care. But that would prove...
torching the entire place, I've had a bit to calm down, and you're right. We don't want to bring them all down on us yet. sneaking in and destroying the documents, and will be enough. Maybe we can make it look like an accident.
And then here's the other thing, though, too. And then she points to Ryu. The Kitsune that is held down there. I'm pretty sure Foxy here wants to try to get her back.
I was planning on destroying it.
Maybe
Foxy?
I'd settle for a cremation. I can spread her ashes somewhere. At the very least, it'll be more dignified send-off than being left as a trophy.
Which is another issue, Jezebel says, bringing up a topic. Since we're not technically going to torch the whole place, the fact is that he also wants to get that other Kitsune out. I'm pretty sure that is one of their most prized trophies. So the question is, how are we going to do so? It's off to a great start.
Sorry, I'm just like typing something right now. Oh, it's as good a plan as we've got.
Oh, Jezebel just gives a shrug and she puts her hands behind her back. They may not actually go after Foxy, but I can try to convince them as best I can. After all, I've never hunted a Kitsune before. I would be very excited to do so.
What does you chasing me halfway across Appalachia and back not count?
I never caught you, did I? A hunt is not a successful hunt unless you catch your prey.
You make it sound as if you want to kill a Kitsune.
Oh, no, not kill, dear. Catch. Did you not hear me? Catch.
That sounds like a euphemism when you say it in these contexts.
Tomato. She just gives a shrug, a nonchalant shrug with a grin. Well, I'll let you guys talk it over and see what would be the best situation. I'm going to see dear Cicada to her room, as a proper gentleman should. She says that she holds out her arm for Cicada to take. Shall I escort you to your room, dear?
Oh, nice eye twitches.
Elder. Oh god. Cicada does take Jezebel's hand, but she doesn't say anything else.
Oh, and Jezebel gets an idea. She looks over to Elnay and she goes, "Oh, we can have them hunt you too if you want."
No, it's quite alright. I have other duties that I must attend to.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, would you please roll perception for me?
Okay. That's an
Okay.
18 because I'm exhausted.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, one moment. I just had to.
Oh, everyone? Okay.
Yeah, everyone.
Like Korax isn't really paying attention. Like his mind is racing like 10 miles a minute.
And Ryu, of course, knows Elnath like the back of his hand.
So everyone but Korax, you hear Elnath mumble, "Gonna have to write that down for my fanfiction."
No!
You're welcome. You are very welcome.
Do you actually say that out loud?
Since I heard him, yes, I will actually grin over him, and I'll just like pull wrap an arm around Cicada and pull her close to me while grinning at Elnith and walk away.
He will actually jolt and then go very red in embarrassment.
Oh!
Ryu, I'm kind of busy right now. Sorry, my nephew.
Continue.
Ryu is looking at Elnath, eyebrow raised. He's got he's got that excuse me kind of face.
Just
Well,
one
look at the
eyebrow
time. I think it's
raised.
time to go and get some water. Shall I? Shall I go get the water? Yes, yes.
Exit stage left.
Making people uncomfortable? I love it. This is Jezebel.
Anyway, is there anything else you guys do before Jezebel and Cicada leaves?
I wonder what his fanfiction is about.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Now Korax knows.
Oh,
And now Corax knows.
So.
So, just gonna repress that little detail. Because he strongly suspects that the fanfic is about us.
Not again.
Cora is insufficiently wise to think that.
So, Cicada and Jezebel, you head to the inn, no issues. Get a room, it's gonna cost you, 5 silver. And, yeah. What do you do next?
Jezebel helps her get to her room, and then she'll give a sigh as her tail kind of sways behind her and aggravates. She goes, "Goodness, this has been an eventful city. I'm really tired of this place. I'd love to leave, but unfortunately, gotta stay a little while longer." Anyway, dear, she says as she looks to Cicada, "How are you feeling?"
Honestly, bad.
Oh, I don't blame you, dear. It's a lot of information that you suddenly were given.
You were right.
Oh?
Hold on, I have it in my notes. Where is it? You said
Note taking.
Eh. Why would you give it to somebody you're not so sure about that takes control over you during the Black Sun? He said something like that.
I did say that, did I? Jezebel says as she puts her hands on her hip.
And now I don't know. I have doubts.
Well, Jezebel says that she looks a little thoughtful. You said you trusted him all this time, but you didn't know who he was. Now, I'll admit, I found that a little naive, dear, only because of personal experience wise, I've always felt it best to know the truth rather than just blindly give your faith to somebody. I did that, and I was let down. So, depending on, I guess, my situation is different, but yours, do you feel like you were let down?
I don't know.
Fine.
And what about Birdie? Do you still trust them?
I don't know.
Well, this was as she smiles and rubs the top of her head. That's not a bad thing. Question things, Cicada. If you question them, you'll find the truth.
Okay.
Just try to rest and think on it, alright? There's no rush. We have a couple more days until the next 3 days of the Black Sun. And we'll handle things one thing at a time.
Okay.
Good. Jezebel says with a grin, and then she'll ruffle her feathers, and then place a kiss on top of her forehead. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.
I'm gonna let Cicada be in case she needs to be alone. But I'm still gonna be close by.
Cicada, you are now alone in the room. What do you do?
I locked the door.
Alright. You've locked the door.
Okay. Going to settle down. Some deep breaths. And I'm gonna call Birdie again.
Alright. Jezebel, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Well, I was gonna wait until she left.
She did leave, then she came back.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Try as you might, you don't hear anything through the door. There we go. So yeah, Jezebel, you hear none of this. Regardless, with a quiet shifting of fabric, Birdie, aka Atropos, appears in front of you.
Okay. So, still have a lot of this to process. And I have questions.
You may ask.
Okay. Well, I have 3 questions. So, you're an undead planet, is that correct?
That is correct.
What's that even like?
A lot of screaming.
Doesn't sound very happy at all.
It is not.
That really sucks. Okay. Second question. Out of everyone in the entire world that you could have picked to do this job, you picked me. Why is that?
You wanted help, and you have a strong conviction. This meant our bond would be strong. Even now, deep down, you still trust me.
I want to trust you.
And that is
But
why
I'm
our bond
starting
is
to have-
strong.
But I'm starting to have doubts now. Which leads me to my third question. Once this is all said and done, once the contract is fulfilled, are you going to stay or leave?
The gifts I give will not be relinquished, but the time you have been bargained away from will be. I have no need of your body once the contract is fulfilled.
What I meant was, are you going to leave this planet, or you're going to stay?
His head turns and he looks directly at you as he says, "Do you wish for me to stay once the contract is fulfilled?"
Your presence is bringing about so much undead and harm to this world, then I don't want you to stay.
Then I shall not stay.
Okay. That actually makes me feel a little better, I think.
Once the contract is fulfilled, you will keep your gifts and I shall leave,
Okay.
as you have requested. Do you have any further questions?
I do have one more question. Where's the last orb? Do you know where it is?
East, in a forest filled with unicorns.
Noted. Okay. Thank you for speaking to me about this.
It is your right as per the contract. And if that's all you have to ask, he's just gonna pop and vanish.
Yep, that's it.
Alright.
And with that, she goes right back to bed.
Alright. With that, those of you still in the grassy clearing, Elnat, brings over some water and, you're all watching the night slowly fall. What do you guys do?
Ooh, nice. What is this fan fiction you're going to make?
Just
What is it about?
don't worry about that. It's confidential.
But what if I want to read it?
Then you'll have to wait until it's finished.
Okay.
He just sort of hides his head with an embarrassed look down as he shakes his head.
I'm curious. Out of character, was he expecting this response from Clara?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, what do you guys do? I'm assuming Jezebel's not there either, so Borax, Ryu.
Korax will have headed back into town at this point.
Alright. What about you, Ryu? Do you stand guard?
He'll. His. Oh, you mean? Yeah, he'd watch. He wouldn't be able to sleep right away.
Alright. Is there anything you want to do before I go back to the other party?
Meh.
Mess with the box.
Alright, you can have another roll.
More D100s. So
Oh,
close.
so close.
Alright.
So far.
So, the morning dawns, and with it, Jezebel, Korax, and Cicada, you all meet up, while Elnath, Clara, and Ryu, you all wake up and have breakfast. What do you guys do?
Yep. I imagine Cicada is now fully rested.
Yep. You can take the
She
point of
slept in a
exhaustion
little.
off.
Yeah, she slept in a little.
Yeah, it was mostly for flavor. Yeah, you can take it off now.
Yeah. I mean, she's still in her room if people want to knock.
I was going to say that. I'll hear we go, boom, Cicada!
And now she suits awake.
Cicada, the door's locked. Open it, please.
Okay. I'm coming. And she unlocks the door and opens it.
Peckle hug. Cicada!
Jezebel!
How you feeling, dear?
A little better.
Good, that's good. Did you have a good talk? She gives her a look.
How did you know?
You locked the door, dear. I kind of figured. And I might have tried listening. She gives a cheeky grin.
How much did you hear?
Nothing, actually. You
Oh.
all talked very quiet.
I was trying my best.
I mean,
I do apologize again for prying, but I kind of figured as much.
So,
what did it say?
once the contract is fulfilled, leave.
Oh.
And did you get that in writing?
Yes.
There's a lot of loopholes in that wording.
I did say that for him to leave the planet alone.
In of course, after it raises all the destruction it likes,
Mhm.
and that of course that assumes it's not outright lying to you.
He hasn't lied before.
Oh, and of course not. It costs him nothing to tell the truth and develop a reputation for honesty with you.
How do you think the gods and the deities that we worship around here got their influence as well?
And I only judge based on action. It's Jezebel. In all the old legends, every time Atropos showed up, it did not leave willingly. It had to be driven off, usually by tremendous sacrifice and loss of lives.
Well, currently that's happening right now. Now that you helped make it have 3 days instead of 1, she gives him a stare.
and oh, don't even pretend that's what you were mad about at the time.
I'm just mad that the fact that they have now grown stronger because they're now 3 days. Now, I don't blame you, Cicada, because it's something that you would have done either way, I suppose. But also, now we have to deal with the fact that there are now 3 days and they are getting stronger. But the thing is, why not try putting a little bit of faith in Cicada? I may not still trust this birdie very much, or their word like you do, but I'm learning to put my faith in at least a person that I trust, and I trust Cicada.
And if Cicada's trustworthiness was the point of issue here, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all. Now, let's get going. We have a mansion to break into.
Isabel just sighs, and then she whoopsie. My mic fell. Sorry. She just sighs, watching cars walk away, and then looks to Cicada with a smile, and she shrugs. She goes, I meant what I said, Cicada. I may still not trust Birdie, but I'll trust you.
The gods do as they please.
Indeed. She looks actually distasteful with a frown on her face.
Oh.
And then just shrugs, and then she goes, well, let's get going.
So you all 3 head to the mansion?
Well, I peel off a bit. Like, this is just like Jezebel's supposed to be the one luring them out.
Alright.
I'm gonna try.
Now, because you've all seen the house, I'm just going to show you the map here, so you guys can get familiar with it. You don't know where... you don't know where in the house... Let me finish, please. You don't know where in the house they are, but you know the layout and what each room is. Now you can talk.
Right. By the way, while they're going ahead, I'm just gonna... and I'm gonna grab that T-bone I mentioned.
Sure thing.
Because I know their house is a guard dog.
Sure thing, it'll cost you about a copper.
Oh, wait a minute! I actually have 0 money. Can I borrow can I borrow a copper, Jezebel?
Isn't this great? The devil woman being giving her money to nobility. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
That's so ironic.
I'll pay
I
you
love
back
it.
as soon as I have some actual money. Okay?
I love it. The noble is the one who's poor.
Yeah, I know. I love it too. Jezebel is just grinning, enjoying this so much, and then she just goes ahead and pulls out
not-
one of her gold coins, and she goes, "Here you are,
A
good sir.
copper.
Out of the generosity of my heart,
It's
I
not.
will
It's
give
not.
you a gold."
It's not his fault. His parents cut him off a long time ago.
No, they actually.
I was joking.
Yeah, I know, but seriously, no. It really is just. It is just he is just all. It's all the money I had on hand was spent on the magic sword.
Yeah,
And-
just
Yeah.
take the coin.
Yeah.
Mercy wasn't very merciful to your wallet.
Nope.
Nope. No, they were not.
Yeah.
So, Jezebel and Cicada, you knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm using the glamour studded leather armor to be in the hunter's attire again.
Alright. It takes a moment, but the door opens and Mr. Poppycock answers.
Friend, Jezebel says excitedly with her arms up in the air.
Well, hello again. Fancy a cup of?
Cicada waves awkwardly.
Would you all fancy a cup of tea?
Ooh, yes, please.
Yes, please.
He brings you inside and closes the door, bringing you to the living room, which is this room right here. And as you all enter, you also see that Mrs. Poppycock is in the living room currently having tea. Let me just push. There she is. Well, hello again.
ma'am.
Might I just say your friend is looking as cute as ever. She is adorable.
Isn't she? I so enjoy going hunting with her. She has really good aim, actually. Not only that, but the fact that she can mimic voices. Oh, big help.
Oh, I can just imagine how useful that would be.
Indeed. All she needs is just a little sample, and it's perfect.
They give you some tea. So,
Sits down.
what brings you to our manor today?
Isabel's about to take a drink, but then she immediately perks up. She goes, "Oh yes!" And then she turns and looks with a smile, and with a quite an eager smile, she goes, "I actually heard a rumor."
They lean forward. Truly?
Yes, remember the rumor that you said that you might have heard about a Kasune being somewhere nearby?
Yes, we've been trying to track them down to... They share a glance and then go, quietly ask them if we may meet them and say hello.
I think I might know who it is.
Do tell, do tell.
Well, I heard a rumor how, well, since I saw your most fabulous trophy downstairs, she says with a smile, and their hair looks quite unique. I noticed a little bit of a slight difference between regular, like, white hair and then the gorgeous silver hair that the casinos, that your prize seems to have.
Yes, it is
I
really
guess-
quite unique.
Indeed, and I believe I saw somebody that looks almost like her. It's uncannily so. So I might have kind of followed them a little bit, so to speak. And I'm pretty sure from all you've told me and all you've taught me, from like how to distinguish them, how to find them, how to pinpoint the exact features, I think I actually passed by one.
Do you have their location?
Yes, it's actually on the outskirts of the city. I followed him and he actually has a campsite.
Wonderful news. My dear, we must head out at once. This is an opportunity we can't miss. She rises and she says, "Oh yes, I'll go get the shotguns."
Am I gonna see how they work?
Indeed you will. He
Oh,
places
wait,
down
shit.
his cup of tea and moves to stretch and then holds up a finger. If you will excuse me, I need to get dressed for the occasion.
Quick meta question. Ashton, do they keep the shotguns loaded?
No, they were set up on a little downstairs. They were set up to, they're on a display.
And okay, so they do understand basic gun safety. With these two, I was seriously starting to question.
No, they have them set up, but like the ammo is locked away.
Okay.
So, if you would wait outside, we will get this place set up, and we've got to set up the traps and all that, and we will meet you right outside once we've finished preparing the protections.
You're gonna take us along?
No, we can't do that. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, but I've always wanted to see you guys. I want to see how you guys work, though. I'm still kind of a novice when it comes to hunting. I mean, all I ever gotten was just one ever crocker before, and I only had their feather.
He gives a wink and he says, "Oh no, you're coming with us on the hunt. It's just we need you to leave the house before we activate the defenses."
Oh, defenses? You have defenses in this house?
Well, of course, we can't just leave our prized collection unguarded.
You are very much right. Yeah, definitely would probably want something as well to get on here. I really don't want to get killed in here, though, so we better go out.
He quietly escorts you to the exit and then closes the door. About five, maybe 10 minutes pass, and then you see both of them emerge wearing, suits of chainmail. Both of them.
Okay. So, Korax acts like Korax will have been sort of watching from a distance. Once he sees them, once he sees Jezebel and Cicada come out, he's gonna immediately go invisible and wait by the door.
Hold
Okay.
up. Is Korax at least 30 feet away? I'll have to make like a perception check to make sure.
I don't know. He would have been discreet, but within just watching distance.
I'd imagine he'd have gotten closer once he went invisible, though.
Yeah, basically my plan is to slip in the door, slip in the door as they come out, because he's expecting that they'll lock the door behind them.
Yeah. Cicada is going to use her telepathy to warn him that the place is trapped.
Noted.
Alright, well, I'll need you to roll stealth, and it's going to be a straight roll, and I'll explain why. You are invisible, which gives you advantage, but you are trying to squeeze right past two people, and you're still there, you're only invisible. So it's just going to be a straight roll. Sound fair?
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going to telepathically say to Jezebel, cause a distraction.
Oh, one other thing, by the way, I did before I came in. I also cast Disguise Self on myself to look like an Arcranian drow.
Is that concentration?
No, it is not.
Okay.
This is in case I get spotted.
Well, roll your stealth.
Okay, come on.
But I am also telepathically telling Jezebel, cause a distraction. Quickly.
I know.
Okay, so
But
I'm going.
But you've already got an advantage, so it's still going to be a straight roll.
Yes. That's right. It doesn't matter how many advantages you have. If you have one disadvantage, it cancels everything out.
Okay.
So, stealth?
21.
What's that +4 again for?
That is due to to my cunning intuition.
Right, let me just double check that. That's a, yeah. Okay. Alright, I just wanted to double check that.
Yeah.
Because you've got a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
abilities. Alright.
Yeah.
So, as they close the door, you manage to slip through, and you can practically feel the magic glowing around. In fact, as you take a step forward, you hear a click.
Oh no.
It
Am
was
I
the
still
door.
invisible?
It was the door closing and locking.
Okay.
Oh.
But
Like these, like I was about to wonder because these people do seem like maniacs enough to put landmines in their own home.
I mean, we'll see what's in there. But first, we will get to the others. Then we'll come back to you. All right?
Right.
Because their stuff is what decides how much time you'll have.
Right.
So, Jezebel.
I mean, I'm not going to be wasting any time if that matters.
All right, Jezebel, Cicada. Do you guys take them straight to the campsite?
Stall for time.
So you're
Just
trying to
about.
stall.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, like take your time, like slowly walk, chat them up.
So
for a drink.
I'm just gonna ask them based on. Oh, sorry.
let's begin then. So where is the kitsune? We would like to find it almost as soon as possible, lest it get away.
They're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. They are actually.
Corax.
Sorry, hold on, guys.
Corax. I said we will get to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Please be patient.
Sorry, one sec, guys. My eye. Okay.
I can't
Okay,
I can't do the traps in the mansion and roleplay at the same time.
Yeah, I get it.
So, Jezebel.
Turns out I think he's looking for something here in this town. Because he was kind of in a cage.
Oh, he's in the cage that's in the middle of the town? They
Yeah,
turn
he
and begin
was.
to walk.
Okay. He was there the last time I saw him.
So, the two begin to head to the cage, and they start talking and conversing with the guards in the area. And eventually, they do indeed find out that you were spotted with the kitsune and the exact direction the kitsune went.
God dang it. The guards knew.
The two smile and they go, "There we go. Just some polite questions from some nobles as it goes. Let's head off then." And they begin to head for the exit.
Oh boy. So much for stalling for time.
Hopefully, maybe Ryu can run really fast.
So, back at the camp then. Ryu, Cicada, and Elnath.
Ryu, Chlora, and Elnath.
Ryu, Chlora, sorry. Too many C names. So, you're at the camp. What are you guys doing?
So much fun just waiting for bad things to happen.
So,
You see, in the distance, two elven figures alongside Jezebel and Cicada approaching.
wait, hold on. I try to stop them.
Alright. You try to stop them, but they've already spotted. Alright, how are you stopping them?
I just try to get in front of them real quick.
They give you a look and then they say, "What?"
They don't trust you yet. Let me talk to them.
And they're going to just run away?
No,
They're not
no,
wild
no, no,
animals,
no,
you
no.
know?
I know.
And they just keep walking.
Oh my god.
But shouldn't we be sure first that they are actually Kusunis? Like I said, I believe they are.
Oh
But
no.
but look who's next to them. She said that she points to Clara. Isn't that a yokai?
We will find out by getting closer now, won't we? Besides, if
just-
they were in the cage, you would have had a very good chance to look.
Oh goodness.
Ryu, Ryu and Cicada, you see the elves approaching.
Laura.
Sorry. Ryu and Clara, you see the elves approaching, their eyes focused right on Ryu.
I'm gonna telepathically call out to Ryu. It's like they know.
Clara's gonna like step in front of you. She's gonna be like, "Hello, who are you? Who are you two?"
Oh yes, how rude of us. I'm Mr. Poppycock, and this is Mrs. Poppycock.
Nice to meet you two. Is there a reason that you are carrying dangerous-looking items?
Well,
While
you guys
wearing
wouldn't know
a,
what they are. Like, they just look almost like try and explain a shotgun to someone who's never seen one. You know what I mean?
Well, they look a bit like pistols, but bigger.
Fair enough. Oh, these are just for self-defense.
Just a moment. I'm really debating on whether or not I should roll insight for Clara.
You can if you
what
want.
do you guys think? Because if I fail, this would be sad.
It's up to you.
So what exactly do you expect to be defending yourself against anyway?
Well, you never know. We are what you could call hunters. We hunt various beasts and monsters, and we tend to go out into the wilderness to hunt them down.
I guess you go after the rare ones then?
Oh, very much, yes.
What if the rare ones are illegal?
Then we don't hunt them.
Okay, good to know.
Though I'm hoping that certain rules will become legal one day, but they turn their eyes back on Ryu and they say, "May we have a word with your friend there who's quietly backing away in fear?"
She thinks for a moment. She's like, how sure can I be that you won't try to harm him?
Well, if we wanted to harm you, we would have pulled our weapons out already.
Okay, fair enough.
Can Cicada roll insight?
You can?
on Mrs. Poppycock. Nah.
As far as you can
Nah,
tell,
she's-
they're telling the truth.
She's too nervous to tell.
Well,
Like a friendly
Just
little
keep in
chat.
mind that we stick together. I'm going with him wherever he may go.
we're not going anywhere. We're just asking him to approach and stop stepping back and away like he's trying to run.
Oh, now, let's all just calm down. Jezebel says, just very nonchalant. Nothing like a little friendly chat around this campfire.
Exactly. Now, would you please allow us to approach?
She steps out of the way to allow them to approach while keeping a close eye on them.
They walk up and then pause roughly, I'll say, around here-ish so they can have a good proper look at Ryu. Yes, you are indeed a kitsune, aren't you?
Yeah,
Is he?
what of it?
What I wouldn't give to be able to hunt you. I will. Would you be willing to humor us for a moment?
You must be joking.
No, I'm quite serious right now.
Don't-
Jezebel
do
gives
re-
him Jezebel
you
gives
do
him a
real-
look like, be careful.
You do realize that my people take hunting very, very seriously.
All we're asking is for a single strand of your tail.
So So, oh, you just want to touch a hair off of me, literally.
Mrs. Poppycock brings her hands together and goes, "Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd love to pat you. You look so soft and fluffy, but no.
Doesn't he? Jezebel says, looking actually excited.
I know, but no. We gotta be professional. Gotta be professional.
Oh, but what if we ask politely? Think he'll let us?
I don't think he's going to. I think he was very much ready to run and bolt.
Oh, what if we give him a gift?
I mean, that goes back to the whole bolting thing.
Or
Look,
so this really is a kitsune.
Miss Jezebel, please, just trust us. We are professionals after all.
Oh, okay.
And they look back to Rio and then simply say, "Yes, all we ask is that a single hair." You see, we have a theory about your kind, and we believe that your powers are getting diluted as the centuries go on, and we wish to confirm this.
Diluted?
It is true. It is true that my kind have mated with other races over the past several centuries. Yes.
Exactly, which is why we want to check that whether your blood is still as pure as it was, because that information will be very important if you ever become legal to hunt.
Ooh,
I think you cut out in between important and hunt.
It's important to know if their blood is being diluted or not, because if they ever become legal to hunt, that will be important to know.
Oh, so purebred and half-breeds. It would make sense that a purebred would be a lot more valuable than a half-breed, wouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
we are willing to offer you 200 gold for a single strand of your hair. Does that sound fair?
Whoa.
We have the gold with us right this moment.
Fine. Ryu brings one of his tails out in front, and sweeps his hand through it to grab onto any dead hairs.
Then you bring it over and give it to them?
Again, Jezebel says it gives him a careful look.
Alright. They take the hair and you see the woman looking it over, and then she pulls out a potion of healing and puts the hair into it. And you see the potion, unlike the potion you saw in the underground kitsune hunting place, the kitsune temple, this one doesn't change color. Yes, that's very interesting. Alright, well, they both briefly look towards Elnath, and then they smile and look towards, names, Jezebel. And they say, Well, let's head on. I believe our business is done here.
Oh,
Out of
that's it?
character, they did hand over the 200 gold, right?
Yes, they handed it
Okay,
over
just
for
wanted
the
to make
hair.
sure. Okay.
Oh, that's it? So we can't even try to hug his tail?
I mean, you can, but we really should be getting back. We have a collection that must be carefully monitored.
What's the rush?
Well, people have been trying to break in and destroy our collection. And they both glanced directly towards Elnath again.
I think it was just him.
You never know. They keep walking. Does any...
I'm going to immediately look at Ryu and give a grin, and then I'm going to say, run. And I want to start chasing him. I just want to hug his tail!
What the hell?
Oh no. Not again.
Ryu, run in the direction of the couple, please.
He's doing the whole going around the obstacles to Ryud decides to do the whole go around the obstacles to make it harder, or to make it that you'll probably have to wave through and Clara, stop her!
I just want a hug. I just want one little hug on his tail. Please,
So-
please.
I clothesline her with my guitar.
No.
So,
Oh dear.
how close do you get to the elven couple, by the way, Ryu?
Say about he keeps.
No.
Get in front of them, and I'll get behind. Use them as a blockade from me.
Oh. He goes like far around them. Like I'm talking in I'm talking in I'm talking like a ton of yards away.
So you're not really too close. In that case, they just keep walking.
Oh no.
That's what I'm telling you. Get in front of them, and we're gonna run around them like you're using them as a blockade from me. Keep them in place.
It's like just gonna tell him to cause a distraction. We need to stall them.
Ryu stops and looks at the couple. He's like, "Where did you find this one?"
I just want a hug. Please.
Ugh. Man, I got a little heartburn.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just ow. I think I'm. Can you guys give me like 1 minute just to grab a quick drink?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
No problem.
Go ahead.
The chase continues.
Ryu, I wanted you to us run around them and hold them in place. I know you don't want to get close to them, but you kind of have to keep them there.
It's you realize how much courage it took Ryu to even get close to them with that get near them with that hair.
You guys have given me like 20 minutes. I'm not going to need that much.
So you say though, but I mean, don't say it now because you still got those traps to deal with. What if you don't roll correctly? Don't jinx yourself now.
That's
Alright, I'm
true,
back.
but-
That was
Sorry.
fast.
I just grabbed a quick drink of water because the heartburn was really bad. So, you try and block them and they just sort of walk around you. Like they're starting to get a very suspicious look on their face.
Oh no.
Jezebel just kind of gives a small pow on her face.
He's like, all the freaking time, there's always that one that just can't stay away from the tails. Oh, first that little girl, now that all those kids, and now you, a full-grown woman, and treating me like a doll to be cuddled.
We're sorry.
I like fluffy things. I'm sorry. You're the first kissing I've seen.
So,
Come on, let's go.
the two begin to head back. And now we will move to Korax.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm stepping carefully.
Give me a second. Give me a
Yeah, like-
second. I gotta get myself set up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, basically, so, remind me, which room is the one with with the, like, the tome, the documents in it? Because that is what we are after.
Basement. There's a small little wall thing, and then you've got all the statues. Now,
Okay.
roll perception for me to see if you can see the traps.
Yeah. I forgot to turn the cunning intuition off, but that's an 11.
Alright. So, you step forward a little bit, and your foot catches on a tripwire, and an alarm goes off. You can hear the dog barking, having been distracted from its meal. But, for the moment, what do you do?
Do I hear whether the alarm? Do I hear? I take my foot off. Okay, I take my foot off it. Is the alarm still going?
Yes.
Can I hear where it's coming from?
It's coming from, like, out here, there's a small little speaker-like thing. If you know what I mean, like, it was... Alright, it did stop, but the alarm has been triggered. Like, it's magic.
Okay. Well, if I had any real, cover, it's probably ugly blue. Now, so I'm just gonna keep I'm just gonna keep moving. They're gonna know, like, if that's a thing at all, then they're gonna know someone was here.
Roll a dex save.
Oh
Fuck.
no!
no!
Wow, this is gonna be great.
You take 11 damage as the floor explodes upward as you stepped on a landmine.
Oh my god, they actually did put in landmines.
You gave her the idea. That's your fault.
Okay, so that doesn't. Okay, so All right, I. Hold on. I
TikTok.
lay on hands myself up and keep going. That does not. And that does not end my invisibility.
Alright. TikTok, TikTok. Roll me
Yeah,
another
I'm
dex
going.
save.
Yeah, like.
I thought Ryu was the one who was gonna die today.
Jesus! What the?
Oh my god.
You take You take 3 damage. Also, the door to the basement is locked.
The door to the basement. What?
The door to the basement is locked.
Like
Can
all
I-
D&D heists go poorly.
Uh,
Right. Okay. Can I find? Okay. Now that I've got an idea, then can is there? Is there? Can I just see another landmine?
Roll perception.
Yeah.
You're
There
able
we
to
go.
see that the entire floor is there's dozens of them all through the hallway, and I will in fact draw them out for you.
Cool. And cool. Now that I can avoid one, I'm just gonna pick one up up and just toss it and just like toss it and just toss it at the lock.
Alright. You toss it, and with a loud explosion, the door is shoved open.
Yeah. Well, technically, we're still following the plan, Ryu. Right. Fortunately, I have backup plans. They're gonna know someone who and was here, but they're not gonna have any idea who it was. Okay, cool. Okay, awesome.
I just wanted to quote Captain Cold.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay, so, okay, all right, so, where's the tome?
The tome is on here on the bench, and the kitsune is this one over here.
And oh, all right, landmines for both of them.
Okay. So are you going to try and pull up and dig up more of the landmines?
Well, actually, no.
You can hear the sounds of footsteps rumbling in the distance as people begin to rush for the door.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna grab the kitsune can keep for later.
Okay.
Like the book is what we need to destroy. It needs to be gotten rid of. I'm gonna grab the book, drop it on this landmine over here.
All right.
And just
Make it break through the window.
You will take a little bit of damage because they explode in a small radius, so you take another 5 damage.
okay. Heal. Yeah, like I burn. Yes, yeah. Like I'm just like whenever I take damage from one.
Just keep track of what you're spending is all I'm saying.
Yeah, like I've got one lay on hands left.
All right.
And then I'm going to grab one last one and just. Oh, actually, are there any windows? Are there any windows on the back wall?
Yeah, there's a window right there. And there's a window there.
I'm in behind the house.
There's one in every room. Like there's one here. There's one over here.
Are they locked?
Yeah, they're all locked and covered in enchantments because. But you can still smash through it if you wish.
Oh man, arcane locks.
And actually, no. I'm actually gonna go for this one because because that is the one that's next to a landmine. Some of it, and some of the landmines just went. So by the way, the book got destroyed, right? Just completely just gone.
You destroyed the book. There's little there's little slips of paper, but most of it is being burnt away.
Yeah, awesome. I'm going to grab this one last landmine, back up a bit, and toss it at this window.
As you're picking up the landmine, you hear the front door slam open, and you hear people rapidly beginning to make their way through the hallway.
Just go do it now.
However, you do notice that there's no explosions coming from that direction, and in fact, you see a guard skid around the corner right here, just as you jump out. And for a brief moment, your eyes meet.
I'm invisible.
He has disguise self, though.
And I'm invisible.
You're throwing landmines, though. Will that not break your invisibility?
Nope. It's not an attack roll, and I'm not casting a spell. Those are the two things that break invisibility.
It technically is an attack because it does damage.
No,
It's
all right.
It's a save. It's a save.
True. Okay, regardless, he rounds the corner and he sees the window explode, and he immediately starts running in your direction.
Yeah, like Yeah, I am dashing away into the escape route. I am dashing off off as quietly as I can towards the escape route I scouted out earlier.
You successfully get away.
Yeah.
Well, that
Like,
went poorly.
well, I mean, yeah. Well, now poorly would have. Well, they know someone. Well, I wouldn't say so. They know someone broke in, but they don't have the faintest clue who. Even if they did, there is zero way for them to prove it.
Well, let me.
Because
I was just trying to delete the traps.
Yep.
But it wouldn't let me. So,
Yeah, I mean,
you get away. Jezebel, Cicada, what are you doing?
well, just following them back and trying to act shocked.
They straight up slam the door on you both, and lock it behind them.
Isabel hums for a second and then just gives a shrug. She goes, I might have lost my friends. Oh well.
Let's just leave them be.
So, where do you all meet back up?
At the end.
well, not at the campsite. Yeah. So Korax thinks as hard as he can, and at Cicada, did you know those maniacs put landmines all throughout their own hallways?
They had landmines?
They had landmines. Like,
Oh my god.
I'm basically just targeting this at her telepathy, just thinking it as hard as I can.
I think it only goes one way.
Yeah, it's only one way, but you guys all make
Then
it
we-
safely back to the inn.
Yeah, like then we say this in their room in private.
Sure, easy enough.
Yep. When you
Continue.
mentioned traps, I assume, and so I was assuming alarms, locked doors, that sort of thing.
To be fair, someone did just break in recently.
Okay, but landmines?
They had landmines? Did we know they had landmines?
No.
Oh, we know that there were traps or something like that, but yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting something with a bit less collateral damage.
Yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure is that I believe they're a little bit more suspicious about me now. So it's probably best to leave my new friends alone for a little bit.
I mean, well, that's good. That's good because I think we should leave town as soon as possible.
No, I agree. I've kind of grown tired of this town, that's for sure. But one thing is for sure, though, that it probably is a good idea that you did not torch that place. We'll have to come back to this area later when things are a little bit more settled.
Yeah. I just by the way,
Yeah.
the books destroyed the taxidermy. But well, I didn't have time. I didn't have time to take out both it and the taxidermy kitsune.
Not too sure if Ryu's gonna like that, but unfortunately, they are more suspicious and also very,
High alert.
yes, very alert. So we're definitely not gonna be able to get to that kitsune anytime soon.
Well, the kitsune is already he dead. A little bit more time in a basement won't really hurt it.
No, but it's also best we probably still let Ryu know so that way he's aware.
So you're going to
At
head
least
over to the camp?
I think we're gonna wait till the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, best not to be too obvious about it.
No, or go back whenever they know that they're. I mean, if you want corrects, you can go back since they don't know and let Ryu know what's going on. But unfortunately, I think it's smart that me and Cicada stay here.
Or actually, I do have an idea. And I cast disguise self again.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I like just appear as the Arcranian Drow again. And I'm just gonna leave town being real furtive, like not making like just being as nonchalant as possible, just not being too bothered if I get spotted by guards.
All
Like,
right.
that weird drow's leaving town. Wonder what that could be.
Okay.
And then at the moment I'm away from that side, like way out of sight, I just drop the disguise, as in bolt for the campsite.
All right. You arrive at the campsite, Ryu and Clara. What are you guys doing?
Messing with a box.
Ryu?
He's kind of in the fetal position right now. He has a very distant look in his eyes, like his whole life just flashed before his eyes.
Cora brings the box over. Would you like to think about something else?
Regardless, you both see Korax arrive.
Okay, it got a bit louder than I'd like, but the book has been destroyed.
Oh, Corax, thank the gold scales you're back.
Those maniacs planted landmines in their own house just to keep out intruders.
What?
I'm almost out of lay on hands.
All that boasting they've done about being hunters, and they're willing to put and they're willing to let their trophies get destroyed along with the house.
Actually,
just keep out intruders.
Korax would know this. There were no traps in the trophy room, just in the other, just mostly in the hallway.
Oh no, there weren't any in the trophy room, just in the hallways.
Even so, oh, explosives. Those could bring any house down.
What? You see, you're seeing the minds of Elven and of much of Elven nobility at work, Ryu. Better destroy better to destroy all of it than let the guy I don't like have anything.
At least you came back in one piece.
Yep,
I agree.
And the more time there, and the more time I'm there, air occupied, with repairs, the less occupied they'll be thinking about me and the rest of my kind.
Fortunately, I was invisible the entire time. I was never spotted, and the guards saw an Arcranian drow leaving town, and shortly after. So, bit of a wild goose chase for them, at least.
So they don't know you're involved. What about the other two?
Apparently, whatever. Well, apparently they're at least a little bit suspicious of them. But Jezebel felt at least that it was safe to stay in town.
I see.
But we all agree it's time to move on as soon as possible.
Sounds like a great idea.
Do you think? So we've at least taken care of everything they need to bring back the fox hunts.
And yet I dropped the tome on a landmine. It is now what little is left of it is now in tiny paper bits.
Well, that won't.
Unfortunately, the taxidermied one I didn't have time to do anything about, but well, she's already dead. A bit more time in a basement won't hurt her.
It'll. I need time. It'll give me it'll give me and my great grandfather time to plan a proper burial for her anyway.
Now, if you'll excuse me, and like Korak starts like, it's like it like pulls off his boots. I need to pick all these all this shrapnel out of my boots.
Woe is the one who crosses an elf, for the vendetta is eternally strong.
Ish.
And yeah, well, I think in the last couple hundred years, my people have started to learn that it cuts both ways.
Could thaumaturgy wipe away the shrapnel?
No, thaumaturgy is like tricks with light and sound. It doesn't do anything with physical stuff.
Elnath stands up and he says, "We should leave tonight. It is not wise to stay in here. You destroyed the tome, yes. However, the fact that only the tome..."
I also left it.
Go
only
on.
the tome. Well, only the tome, also quite a bit of their floor.
Yes, but the only item that was downstairs destroyed was the tome. And they recently met a kitsune. A kitsune with someone who they know once broke into their house. The kitsune they found using two new people they might have considered to be friends, were they not trying to distract them on their path home, which turned out to have been destroyed. It is best we leave tonight.
And I agree. There's nothing important left in this. It's backwater anyway. I need to get somewhere with an actual bank.
Tell Jezebel and Cicada to meet us south. We must leave immediately. Elnath is already strapping the horses in.
I have no quick way. I don't dare come back into town unless anyone asks questions, and I don't have any quick way to tell them that.
Hold on, let me check something.
I mean, he is a wizard. Maybe he can cast sending.
I mean, he'd probably have that, honestly, but it's more a question of if he has that spell yet, if you know what I mean.
It's I believe a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, it's the 3rd level.
No, I mean if he'd have it yet, not that if he can cast it.
Oh.
You know what? Yeah, I'll say he has it. So you see
Yeah.
Elnath give a frustrated sigh and then pull out some cotton or whatever the material components are. And Jezebel, you hear a voice echo in your head. Actually, he'd probably ask Cicada. Cicada?
Yeah.
You hear a voice in your head. It's Elnath, and he simply says, "Meet us south. We have to leave right now."
Jezebel.
Jezebel
We
says
have
that
to
she's...
leave.
Fine, one moment. Jezebel says she's sitting down and writing a quick letter real quickly. I just gotta get this done real quickly.
So, you all quickly complete your tasks, and you head over and you quickly head south of the city, all meeting up just a little bit off the road, with the help of Elnath.
Yeah, Elnath's directions.
And as he requests, you all quickly make a move and head on through the night, not stopping until day breaks. heading to this forest here where you can't be seen, directly off the path. And once he seems satisfied, he lets out a breath and then says, "Alright, we should be fine to make camp here."
I imagine Cicada and Jezebel haven't shown up yet.
No, this is after they've shown up and met back up. After
Okay.
they met back up, they moved further south. And
Okay.
they're now making camp at the morning, so you've been up all night.
Can I go to sleep now?
You may.
Chloe just face plants and goes to sleep.
That was messy.
Jezebel just hums as she sits down and then starts looking through a couple of papers.
Can Cicada take a peek?
Basically, they're all the notes and everything that the lovely couple gave her that she jotted down about how to preserve things.
Oh.
Elnath sees that and immediately comes over and tears it out of her hand and says, "Why did you write this down? Do you not understand what we've been trying to do this whole time?" He begins to tear the pages out. And he
Jezebel
throws
just
them
gives him
into the fire.
Jezebel just gives him a tired look and she goes, "One, you beat me to it. I was actually going to burn those, thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure that they were all the correct notes. Two, I needed to keep appearances, dear. They were giving me advice. I needed to look the part, so I took down notes."
He just gives a frustrated huff and storms away.
Rude to snatch from a lady, she just says tiredly and then rolls her eyes. Wasn't going to keep those. Of course I'm going to throw them away. I just wanted to make sure that those were all the notes that I took.
I think you're just talking to yourself at this point.
Yeah,
Well,
Cicada nods, but she's going to check on Elnath.
yeah, because I know Cicada was right next to me, so I just gave her a shrug and then just kind of lean back and then start to take a lightly doze off.
What is it you want?
Are you okay?
No, I am not.
Do you require company?
No, I am fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You just said you're not okay.
Olive just starts walking further away.
Okay.
So, do you guys take a long rest?
Clara has already started on that.
Everyone else?
Before that, Ryu, before he forgets, Ryu hands Korax X 160 gold, telling him, pass these out to the others, 40 gold each. When they wake up.
Right.
Do you explain how you got the gold, Corax?
Those hunters gave me 200 gold for one of my hairs. It was just a dead hair that I combed off of my tail anyway, so
So what do you guys do now?
Ryu,
yeah.
sorry. We tried to stall for time, but
It's not your fault. Those people. They were sick.
Hmm.
I'd go so far as to say they're obsessed. If the fox hunts were still happening.
But they're not.
They're trying to. Those people are trying to bring them back. The very kind of people that my kind fear the most.
Hmm.
I could I could I could tell everyone in the wildlands and about them, and they all would be coming here in force just to uh, burn them and everything they have down.
Hmm.
We take the we take hunt we take hunters that seriously, Cicada. We we nearly went extinct back in those times. We cannot let that happen again.
Well, we'll figure something out. But we're safe for now.
Yeah.
We just need rest.
Yeah, I'll just come out and say it. That was way too close for me.
Yeah.
The closest it possibly could have been.
Sorry you had to go through that.
Ryu,
Hmm.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh no!
Alright.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh.
And of course she's not going to tell us what it's for, so
Alright, thank you, Ryu. That is all.
Great.
Okay.
I have a bad feeling.
I
Mhm.
have a suspicion.
Yeah, we all have suspicions, but we
No,
can't say.
I have a very strong suspicion. I know what it means when a DM asks for an unknown wisdom save out of the blue.
Regardless,
But our
continue your
characters
conversation.
don't know that, so
Cicada and Korax sees Ryu bring his hand up to his head and shake a bit like he's got a headache. He tells them, I think I need some rest.
okay. Yeah, we suspect nothing out of the ordinary here.
Eventually, Elnate returns back to the camp, and he just sits down with an annoyed huff and folds his arms. Then he pulls
You
out the
okay?
map. I am fine. And he pulls out the map and he begins to look at it.
May I see?
He lays the map out so you all can see.
Okay.
And then he points to where we are. So he says, "We are here at the moment."
I'm wondering. Just kind of pointing over to this particular spot over here. If we can go here at some point?
You wish to head there next?
Yes.
What do the rest of you say?
Why? I was I was hope. I was hoping to. I was hoping to go somewhere where. Uh, I was. I. It's on. It's on. It's in the direction I was hoping to go.
Well, you have Chlora's word on the matter.
Okay. She is
Uh,
asleep.
Any
Oh.
more?
Oh, right. But by the way, Cicada, and he hands her the 40 gold, and that's from Ryu.
Oh. Thank you.
So, Arnath points towards the two roads and then the plains and then says, well, we've got three main routes to get to the forest. We've got the route that takes us north and then east, which has a risk of us meeting up with people we would best not meet up with. There's the southeast route that's a little longer but should be relatively safe. Then you have the direct route which takes us through the mountains and the Azoni plains, but would allow us to get there in a little less time. Roughly, we would get there in, with the horses, 5 days. Whereas with the other routes, we would get there in 10 days.
Hmm.
Well, 10. With the southern route, we would get there in 10 days. And with the top
Right.
route, we'd get there in around 7.
Hmm.
So I'll write this down for you. So, the Zeoni Plains route, that's 5 days. The top route, 7 days. And the southern route is 10 days.
So we have a choice. Either take the 7 days route and risk meeting up with the crazy couple. We can take the direct route to there through the plains, but it would probably risk us running into even more danger unexpectedly. Or we can take the 10-day route, which is slower but
What
safer.
is the south road? Oh, the south road is the best one.
So we have a vote to take the long road around.
What about the rest of you? What do you guys think?
I think
Jezebel?
Chlora's opinion is quite a strong opinion.
Yeah, she's not listening.
Jezebel? Corax?
And and okay, how? And I I've always heard that those woods were quite dangerous.
Alright, for all of you guys, this is the common knowledge for the Zeoni Plains.
Okay.
This is common
This
knowledge.
This frozen tundra is home to many Goliaths, centaurs, and other races that have adapted to the cold. Different tribes fight or bargain for scarce resources, and outsiders are not often welcomed.
It's not a pleasant part of Norheim we'd be trekking into.
But if we go the long route, there's a chance that the crazy couple is going to find us on the other side.
That's a route. Well, is there a town nearby we can stop for some heavier jackets because
The nearest?
we're not going to get through this we are not going to get through the Shioni only planes without some heavier coats.
The
You wanna look
closest
through
the closest town is Manos, and the closest town after that is Shati.
Also, that's a 7-day journey.
Yeah, following the road, I mean. You can't. That's not going through the mountains and all that.
So much for being so much for being a supercontinent.
Hmm.
You gotta
Oh, well.
remember they're on horses, so that cuts your time in half.
Uh, Still two. Well, okay, but even on horse, it's like 2 weeks, closer to 2 weeks is what I believe.
Well, this is the. Well, you're the one who told me to decrease the
Well,
size of the continent.
Eh.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
oh, my apologies. I didn't think you'd actually done it.
Nevertheless.
So, what route would you guys like to take?
10-day route might be significantly safer. Maybe we can meet over at this town over here. At Scavby?
Yeah. Alright, let me get you the info for Scavsby. Because, like, you have Elnath here, so you'd be able to get.
Okay, that's not terrible.
So you'd be able to get some information.
But I specifically remember Elnath wanting to investigate Keshak ruins at some point.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah. So maybe we can go. Yeah. So maybe we could go. It could go around. Start with Keshak for now.
Alright, so if you go that route, it will be roughly
another 10 days.
yeah, roughly another 10 days to get to the Kashak ruins. And then your closest town would be Applebead, which is only a 4-day journey on horseback to. And Scavsby would be 5 days away.
Well, we wouldn't need. We wouldn't need. We wouldn't need the winter interwear. For Fulveros. Fulveros is dangerous for a whole different reasons.
But I need to get there.
Well, you guys have to make a decision.
Cicada, when you said you need to go to Foveros, do you specifically mean you need to go there? Or does Atropus need you to go there?
Atropus needs me to go there.
Why?
That's where the last orb is.
Thing is, though, dear, is do you get the orb for him, or does he get the orb from you? If you know what I mean. Because if so, then that means that you have to wait until the next Black Sun.
Maybe right.
We're not
'Cause to-
ready. We're not ready to deal with Atropus, if it comes to that anyway.
And to be
and
fair,
when,
it seems you only ever get these orbs when Birdie is in control. So perhaps it's good to wait a little while until it actually becomes the Black Sun.
and when we do decide to deal with Atropus, I think our first step would be to head. It would actually be to head to the Dominion, the library where I first learned of Atropus. Maybe we could research there, or learn exactly how it was defeated the first time.
It looks like we're going to Kashak ruins next then.
Where is Dominion?
Oh, the Belleville Dominion is all the way in the southwest of the continent. And it's the spot marked to the Great Elf City.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to fix up this map one of these days. It's not a priority.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it looks badly segmented in places.
I know.
But nevertheless,
I've got to, once I get my new tablet, I'll be able to actually create a proper map. But
Right.
yeah.
Sounds good.
anyway. So, I guess everybody wants to go to Kashak Ruins next.
Yeah.
So, with that, you have decided on a path. Woodward, are you okay with me leaving that there for now?
Sure.
Just so they can see the path they're taking.
That is totally fun. And it's gonna be a while before Flames really uses this map again. Anyway.
I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
Alright. Then, is there anything you guys would like to do before we wrap this session up?
Ryu would ask Elnath, great grandfather,
Yes?
do we have any way of telling all the kitsune on the continent to stay away from Menos? Any way at all?
Unless I've met them, no. I
Just warn everyone.
I can tell your mother to warn the kids, of course, but yes.
Just warn everyone that you can. Stay away from Menos.
Very well.
Thank you.
Anything else anyone wants to do?
Hmm.
Despite
Well-
being in an uncomfortable position, Clara still manages to sleep because
Well-
she's just that worn out.
Well, just out of curiosity, because of the earlier sending that Elnath did for Cicada, Cicada is kind of curious on how it works, so she's going to use Detect Magic.
Alright, well, he sees you trying to work out how it works, and he simply just tells you how it works, and he even shows you his spell book and says, if you ever want to copy some of the spells I have, you're free to.
I can only copy ritual spells.
Yes, that's a shame. I have to remember. Yeah. I'm afraid sending isn't a ritual spell.
Yeah.
I mean, I think warlocks can learn it though.
Eventually. But for now,
Or actually, I might
I'm
be
still
wrong about that.
I'm
I'm not
still
sure.
going to use Detect Magic just out of curiosity.
Fair enough. You'd be able to tell that it's the spell sending.
Actually,
know.
no.
To see if it like flies
Actually-
off somewhere.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, no. Warlocks cannot. It's bards, clerics, and wizards.
Well,
Dang.
no, it's just you see the spell being cast and then the energy dissipates and fades away.
Huh.
Similar to teleportation, it just teleports the message into their heads. That's my canon
Alright,
for
then.
it anyway. So, any last things before we wrap this session up?
Just the one. And I'm gonna like put. I'm gonna put one of the sacks of 40 gold just on top of Clora's head as she's sleeping.
Sure.
And then I'm going. Then from the. And then from and into Jezebel's sack, I'm gonna move another 26 move another 26 gold into that, and I'm gonna and I'm and I'm gonna and I'm gonna just tack on a note. There, the debt is now paid.
So I now have 26 gold.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, yeah. And then I pull out that and then I pull out that T-bone steak that I never ended up like bribing the dog with. And I shrug and start roasting. I just cooking it over the fire. Waste not.
You gave it to the dog.
Oh yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
yeah, you did.
If
Have
I think she did mention something about the dog
Well, you
getting
mentioned-
distracted from its meal by the alarm.
Oh,
She did.
I think I. So we just skimmed over the part where I actually gave it to the dog. Okay.
I could have sworn you said you gave it before you turned invisible.
No.
Well, that's my bad. In that case, you have a steak.
Okay, I start cooking it over the fire because waste not.
Okay. Anything
It's
else?
Probably gonna go bad in a few days anyway. So.
Anything else anyone wants to do?
Mm-mm.
Not really.
All right.
Yeah.
Then we'll wrap up this session here. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
We're finally out of fucking Manos.
Bye.
Bye.